Hey everyone, I think this will be quite an interesting video. I just completed the final of 4 jump rope workouts, which I did over the past few days, and I used a different weighted rope in each workout. The ropes I used were cross ropes, quarter-pound rope, their half-pound rope, their 1-pound rope, and their 2-pound rope. And I kept the durations or time of each workout the same, approximately 6 minutes. So I wanted to compare the number of hops that I did in the 6 minutes using the different ropes and also the number of calories burned. When I jump rope, I don't really focus too much on calories, but since I got a pair of these A&P handles, which track stats like how many calories you burn, how many hops you do, it's been kind of cool just to see those statistics. So I'm just looking at the numbers right now from the A&P handles for each of these 4 workouts. So I just finished my last workout about 20 minutes ago. I'm still quite warm here at the moment, but I've got the quarter-pound rope data on the screen at the moment. And as you can see, I completed 978 jumps and I burned apparently 91 calories. My body weight is approximately 160 pounds or 72 to 73 kilos. For these workouts, I try to keep things very similar. I try to spin the rope using roughly the same amount of force, but given that the quarter-pound rope is the lightest of the 4 ropes, I would have more easily have completed more hops or more repetitions of the rope because the rope is lighter. So if we look now at the half-pound rope data, I completed fewer jumps, not too many fewer jumps, but fewer all the same. And that would be expected because the rope weight has increased. Therefore, even if I'm using the same force to spin the rope is not going to rotate as quickly. And I burned a very similar number of calories, 91. In fact, I burned the same number of calories, apparently, in the workout with the half-pound rope. Now, if we take a look at the half-pound rope and the quarter-pound rope, it looks like I burned the same number of calories, 91. The difference, though, is that I did more hops with the quarter-pound rope, the lighter rope. Now here, let's take a look at the 1-pound rope data. Again, I did fewer jumps than the lighter ropes. I did 741 jumps with the 1-pound rope, whereas with the half-pound rope, I did over 800. Okay, that's expected. Heavier rope, I'm not going to be able to spin it around as fast, especially if I'm using or trying to use the same amount of wrist force, elbow force to spin that rope. But despite jumping less often, despite completing fewer hops, it looks like I burned more calories with the slightly heavier rope. Or I shouldn't say slightly heavier, twice the weight of the half-pound rope. The 1-pound rope, I burned 97 calories, whereas with the half-pound and the quarter-pound rope, I burned 91 calories. Now, let's take a look at the data using the 2-pound rope. Despite completing far fewer hops with the 2-pound rope, I completed just over 502 hops, and in fact, I even took a few little breaks during this 6-minute jump rope session. I just walked around for about 5 seconds, 10 seconds here and there, just to shake out my arms. And still, I burned rather, the most calories. I burned 102 calories, even though I completed far fewer hops. And that can give you an idea of how challenging it can be using a heavier jump rope in terms of your cardiovascular system, your lungs. They really engage your grip, your forearms, your shoulders, and surprisingly, when you're jumping rope with a heavier rope, they really do engage your legs as well. when you jump over the rope and land on the ground, it will take a little bit longer for that rope to make a rotation. So it really does also kind of involve patience. You have to be patient to avoid double hopping. So you spin the rope, you land on the ground, you have to wait for it to come around before hopping. And having to slow down your hops, adjust your jump timing, you'd be surprised how much it does involve your leg muscles. So you come to almost like a complete standstill between each jump, so there's no momentum when you are jumping again. So it can be quite fatiguing. So if you haven't used, say, a 1 pound rope or a 2 pound rope, you might be quite surprised how tiring it can be on your grip, your forearms, your shoulders, your legs, and your overall body, your lungs, your cardiovascular system. So I thought this was quite interesting. 4 different jump rope workouts using different weighted ropes, each done for approximately the same length of time. And despite doing fewer jumps with the heaviest rope, I in fact burned, according to the A&P handle stats, I burned the most calories. So quite interesting. The 1/4 pound rope, of course, is fantastic. The lighter ropes can be really good for freestyling. The 1/2 pound rope I also find really good for freestyling, for performing jump rope tricks, advanced jump rope tricks, even like triple under crossovers. Then once you start getting up into the heavier ropes, the 1 pound ropes and the 2 pound ropes, it becomes a little bit more challenging to perform advanced jump rope tricks. I particularly like those ropes though for getting a very good workout in a very short amount of time, and I find them really good for working the shoulders. As I've talked about in previous videos, when I was preparing for the triathlon, or the swim section rather, of a triathlon, I pretty much trained using just cross ropes, heavy ropes, and used the jog step to mimic what I would be doing when I was running. And the heavier ropes gave me a fantastic shoulder workout, which I got great benefit when it came to swimming. Despite not swimming for several months for that triathlon during the swim section, I felt pretty good. And that probably owes a lot to the fact that I was using these heavy ropes to jump rope, because, as I said, they do engage your shoulders quite a lot. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit different, sitting here on a couch. You're used to seeing me outside jumping rope. But there we go. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope to see you again very soon.